Tuesday. Good Tuesday evening to everyone. It is good to see you. It is good to be seen by you. And I, of course, am the one and the only to date that science has been able to prove. Bill Sylvie, a.k.a. the Dungeon Delver, coming at you live from the Delver's Dungeon. And I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic evening this evening. And if you're new to the show, if you're just stopping by, and goodness knows that subscriber count over on YouTube seems to indicate that there's an awful lot of you folks joining in with the band. Welcome. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to City 17. It's safer here. But anyway, happy to see you. And things are going okay with me. I can't complain. I mean, I could complain. I could complain most vociferously, but honestly, who would listen? You guys might just be like, I don't want to hear this guy complain. And then, you pack up and you go away. That would be entirely up to you. But I'm glad you decided to stay. And let me tell you something. If the winds of YouTube have brought you here, you went onto YouTube and spun the wheel of fortune or misfortune as you wish to take it, and you landed here and you haven't already, please do click that subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications, give this video a like if after watching it you decide this is my kind of entertainment, and leave a comment down below. And tell us what you liked about it, and we'll do more of it. Tell us what you didn't like about it, and leave a thumbs down on it. And tell us what you didn't like, and I'll do less of it, or more of the thing you want. At one point or another, we'll find a juncture at which we can agree. N'est-ce pas? Anyway, so I hope you are all doing absolutely great this evening. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not remind you that tonight's live stream is brought to you by our friends at Hellebarde Games. Hellebarde makes the kind of adventures that they'd like to play, whether it's for Castles and Crusades, for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, or the OSR. Hellebarde has got you covered, and you can check them out on DriveThruRPG or directly on their website, hellebardegames.com. So anyway, I thought about just kind of teasing you guys a little bit. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to open cold with a studio view and just jump in mid-step and be like, so anyway, guys, thank you all very much for being here. Of course, big thanks to the players. That was a great mail call we had. I'll see you guys. And then roll the closed credits and just sit back and watch the comments fly up. But then, like, a bunch of you might have been, oh, well, screw it, I guess we missed it, and left, and, then I'd have no audience tonight, and that would suck. But anyway. I can take my jokes and shenanigans only so far before, it truly becomes an abstract art form. It stops being like, well, yeah, okay, Picasso, Guernica, I can get it too. Jackson Pollock, like, are we hanging this upright? So anyway, did the magic user in the thumbnail have a name? No, well, here's the thing. So look, I've held forth my opinion on AI art. You guys have your opinions of AI art. If I need a thumbnail like that, I'm not an artist, right? It's that or stock footage or stock images or stuff out of D&D books. So I go to the little big free AI art creator, and lately I've been having some fun typing typing ideas at it, D&D related ideas. And so I typed, I was like, oh, what about a wizard and an owl bear giving a podcast in a dungeon? That would be cool. And you got tonight's thumbnail. A wizard who is an owl bear giving a podcast in a dungeon with a little baby owl sitting on the microphone stand. And I thought that was friggin' adorable. So that's tonight's thumbnail. It has no name. But anyway, so to move on, as I said, though, in the description, we did get some mail. Last night we got some mail. I left it out in the other half of the house and didn't realize that until I started it. But I also didn't mention in the live stream that we had gotten mail. So it actually works out in my favor. So I was able to hype it up tonight. But anyhow, I've got it. It's over here. And we're going to check this out. Now, as always, I opened the box first. And the reason I opened the box first for a couple of reasons. One, before the con, with all the stuff that Jack Photon sent, just piles and piles and piles of stuff. I was like, oh, okay, there'll be a couple of things in here I can show off for Mac. Nope. So much stuff. Yes, that is a dungeon board game up there, Luther. So anyway, I do have to open the stuff before. Plus, who knows what one of you jokers might choose to say? I could get some rando subscribe to the channel. I want to send you something for mail call Monday. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. This PO box. And I decide to open it on the show, and it's something completely inappropriate. So not that anyone has ever done that, not that I think anyone in general would do that, but down the road, as this channel grows, as it is slowly but steadily, as it grows, you never know, right? I mean, right now, my total viewership entails the population of a fairly small Midwestern town, right? Now think about your average Midwestern town. They have a jail. They have a police blotter. They have police. So just keep that in mind when you consider the crowd at large. I don't think we need to build a jail yet, but I digress. Let us take a look at Luther, your question was the board game box. Is it the original or later? The original was in 1975 by by Dave McGarry, but the artwork was by Tracy Lesh, and it was in a dark purple or black box that was like the size of a basic D&D box. That is the 1980 version, possibly 81, because it has the Moonface Wizard logo on it, and it's what I call the Monopoly box. It's about the same dimensions as a copy of Monopoly or Sorry or something like that. My God, I was just talking about the Midwest, and I pronounced it Sorry. Anyway, so we have an appropriate, not inappropriate. We have an appropriate mail call item tonight. So let's take a look at it. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with mail call openings, this is not a product review. This is an overview. This is look at this cool thing we got, I say product reviews for either interstitial videos or for a segment of show. So if you're like, but I want to know about it other than what you showed it off. I want to know about that. I'm sorry. There will be a review of this as time permits. Yes, people send me stuff all the time, Vaughn. Death Angel's like, jail? Oh, we got to start over. Hi, everybody. How's it going? It's good to see you. It's good to be seen by you. I'm not going to go all the way back to the beginning. I was just pointing out, Death Angels, that we have enough audience to comprise the size of a small town. But when you think all small towns, even real small towns, have jails, right? Somebody winds up in there. They have a police force, even if it's only 2 or 3 officers, because somebody's going to do something wrong. None of you guys have ever done anything jail worthy, and I promise you that. But as time goes on, there's always the odds that something will happen. And so one of you might think it's funny, or maybe you're just broken in some way, and you would get your rocks off by seeing me open up something very inappropriate and embarrassing on the show. None of that's happening. And as far as inappropriate and embarrassing, I mean, I once did a video about Chris Foss, Diary of a Space Person, which is full color plates of spaceships and then black and white nudes facing them, and kind of a science fiction story that they illustrate. So yeah, you'd have to try pretty hard to do that, but don't. Anyone, don't, because I open stuff before I get it, and if I see that, you know. But anyway, you heard about a town with a population of 249 that had 50 officers on the pen. Was that Rome, Ohio? That borough that got deleted on back in the late early 2000s, like 2008, 2009? Because that place, man. Anyway, we have got places to go and things to do tonight. So let's go ahead and take a look at the mail call. Dirty History and Hobbies. Hello. So this actually was drop shipped from Amazon to us, not the Amazon, you know, it's not from the jungle down there. This is drop shipped to us from Amazon. Let's take a look at what we got. And this comes to us from, I don't have my glasses. I can send a thank you note. Well, I'll do that. I apologize. Let's see. Jonathan Nolan sent us this. Jonathan Nolan. I'm glad it wasn't Christopher Nolan, because it would be incredibly long and totally incomprehensible. Anyway, so let us take a look at what we've got here. And what we have from Jonathan Nolan, and thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, by the way, Jonathan, this is very spiffy, is we have a hardbound copy. Now, I am a big fan of hardbound copies of RPGs. We have a hardbound copy of Epic Fantasy, Complete Fantasy Role-Playing Game by Jonathan Nolan, by the author. How cool is that? Epicfantasy.com. And this is, it says on the back, well, first of all, let's take a look at the very eye-catching cover. We're big fans of dragons around here, John. And on the back, it says, Epic Fantasy is a bold, new, fresh take on the traditional fantasy role-playing game. Taking the open game content free to use by all, it infuses it with superheroic phase rip abilities and combines this with an expanded, refreshed, completist system, sandbox charts to create an entire world, conversion rules for OSR and D20 content. There you go. Monsters made modular to provide thousands upon thousands of entertaining adversaries, baronies, and running your own realm. This is the last fantasy role-playing game book you will ever need to buy, and you'll love using it. I will say, with a caveat that assumes that you have bought first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons and original Dungeons and Dragons first. I gotta get in there for the team, you know, Jonathan. But anyway, so it is a nice sturdy hardback, no PDF. This. If you guys ever see me holding a PDF in my hand, take a picture of it. So yeah, this is this is a pretty good looking role playing game here. It's got some spiffy art. I'm digging some of the art here. We'll just kind of put that up there. You know, sort of a pleasant looking character facing a not so pleasant looking I would presume monster, but who knows, right? So I'm looking forward to getting into this. This is pretty good. This has got some good art in it. Art is important, guys. Let me tell you what. Even if you're using like stock art, like classic engravings and stuff like that, do put art in your game books. Some art, any art. Art is important. I understand you can't go out necessarily and get Errol Otis and Darlene and Diesel LaForce and Tracy Lesh and all those folks to do your RPG books for you. But please, from the bottom of my heart, use some art. But yeah, this looks pretty good here. I'm interested in checking it out because I have a confession to make. I've never phase ripped. I know so many people just love the phase rip system, love it with all their hearts. But I never did. When we had Marvel superheroes at the table in the 90s, early 90s, when we were playing superhero games, we were playing Hero System. We were just using the Marvel books for flavor. So I didn't phase rip. So a fantasy phase rip game, that's going to be kind of interesting here. So what do we... Oh, that's a great opening plate there. We have another red dragon doing the nasty to some characters, by which I mean burning them alive. Nice, well laid out table of contents. There's a blue dragon. Bringing the dragons. Loving it. Future review, Jorge, could be. Future review, deep dive, you don't know. Dragons everywhere. Oh, that's a lovely plate. So we've got under the heading Dark Lords, or perhaps Dark Lady. So I thank you very much, Jonathan, for this. It is a solidly built book. This is cloth stitched binding, I should point out. Okay, this is a solid book. All right. So and I appreciate that. I like a book that feels durable. I can't tell you how many times, like I've been at conventions. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to step on anybody's feelings, but I've gone to conventions and I've seen like, oh, here's your fantasy heartbreaker and your rule book is hardbound. Very awesome. And I pick it up and it's like sheets of printer paper glued inside glossy cardboard. And I can't help but think that wouldn't even survive the flight home. I'd be sitting on my Delta jet, opening it up, and I'd feel that glue crack and know that pages were going to slide out in my hands. This is stitched and solid, and I don't know if that's a function of pod, like if it or if Jonathan went to the mattresses and said, "This is how I want my books bound." If it's the latter case, good call, man. You know what? There's a micro review. A micro one-line review, exceptionally well-bound, lovely artwork. Okay, how the text reads, how the game plays, all that for another time. Great artwork, very well-bound, and the pages are they're matte. They're matte. Well, I guess you'd maybe call this a semi-gloss, so they're not like magazine pages. Another big hit. So far, if I'm going on presentation and, if we go binding, printing, artwork, 5 out of 5 stars, my man. And, we'll see how the text holds up. We'll see how the game plays. That's to be decided. But know this. You're batting 1,000 so far, my friend. So that is Epic Fantasy, Complete Fantasy Role-Playing Game by Jonathan Nolan. It came from Amazon. It came from epicfantasy.com. But the book, the printing itself, came from Epic Fantasy. So this looks super interesting. And I think at some point down the road, we're going to deep dive or review, guys. Review will be an interstitial video, maybe 10 minutes, and it'll take a while. Deep dive would be like all hour and a half, 2 hours of a show. And I'd have to get a PDF so I could share pages with you guys. So you guys let me know how you want to want to go with that. I don't know, Vaughn. I don't know if it's TSR Marvel with fantasy skin. I don't. I have opened and looked through this book exactly as much as you guys have. Well, Volcano God, I mean, that's certainly your opinion, but I rather think that artistic presentation in an RPG book is very key. It sparks the imagination, you know. I really can't think of anyone who didn't spin an adventure off of even something as simple as the little, like as white as a stick of gum illustration, the Lost in the Briars illo in the back of the Dungeon Master's Guide, that sort of thing. So, you know, tomato, your opinion may differ than mine. Adam wants a deep dive. Joshua was saying pod quality sucks with hardcover. So this may have been Jonathan's decision to have this bound that way. But anyway, so let's see. I need. I got this lovely new shelf. I got things reorganized. I let some books go, and I was like, there we go. That's wonderful. They've started to fill up again. I don't want stuff to spill out on the floor again. Please no. So we'll put Epic Fantasy by Jonathan Nolan there. Boy, you're not going to miss that on the bookshelf, are you? You know just what you're looking for. Danny, we're having a fantastic night. And oh my gosh, Danny, that's best wishes of recovery to your darling wife. Yes, you go tend to her. You take her lukewarm, soft foods and so on and etc. and any pain medication she might need. You absolutely tend to her. PDF is $20 on drive-thru. Thank you, Nutty Professor. Anyway, when I was talking about that, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything from you guys. Oh, Death Angels, no Christopher Nolan hate. I just, gotta have a little fun, gotta take a little shot. If we can't make fun of the things with it we enjoy, right? Except for Tenet. My God, Christopher, what? Let's see. I've made, I made Inception. That was interesting. But what if I made Inception but less comprehensible? That's really it. When you read the white pages of the phone book, you just want the phone numbers and street address. Yellow pages benefit from some artwork. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, but let's see. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to start playing some first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And what if I was a real dungeon delver and all you're watching is an AI facsimile? What if insert name here is the AI facsimile? I can pass a Turing test. Can you? Do I ever randomly pull a book off my bookshelf and read through, or only pick up a gaming book when? I take this stuff all the time. I like it. If my wife's like, "Hey, come and pick me up from work," but understand if you get there 20 minutes early, I'm gonna be, an extra 15 minutes. I know I'll have some time. And since I hate driving through late afternoon traffic, as any reasonable, sane person does, I will absolutely grab a book to take with me. I've been meaning to dive into some of the other stuff that I've got here. Speaking of mail calls, James Keck sent us Blazing Sixes, which is another lovely and well illustrated book here that I need to do a review on, because it's James Keck. It's his 2D6 system, and I really want to check that out. I've got Jack Photon's whole collection of Star Trek to look at here. Forestera's Fate over here that I need to start reading. But yeah, I grab books all the time off my shelf. If I know that I'm going to be playing, my Monday night game, my Greyhawk game, and we're going to get like elbow deep in some Greyhawk lore, I'll grab the folios out of my my World of Greyhawk box set to crack open. Let's see. How do I first of all, thank you for the super. How do I handle melee attacks versus swarms? Now, swarm here in this context, we're not going to be. I haven't gotten nearly enough orders. I've gotten like 5 orders, and I'm basically, when I get 100, that's when I'll start knocking them out. But anyway, so how do I handle melee attacks versus swarms? Well, if by swarms you mean sub 1 hit die creatures, basically this is where fighters 2nd level and up shine, because in advanced Dungeons and Dragons, a fighter may attack sub 1 hit die creatures at a rate of 1 attack for every level above the first you have. So let's say you're 5th level and you wade into a room full of kobolds. That's 5 attacks every fighter can take against kobolds. So, the 5 fighters in a room full of 100 kobolds, that's death by 1,000 cuts for the 5 fighters. But if they're all 5 at 5th or 6th level, they're going to be cutting down those kobolds or goblins or giant rats or I know sturges are 1+1 hit die. But basically anything up to but less than 1 hit die. So 1 to 7 hit points, 1 to 4 hit points, 1 to 6 hit points. Anything that does not rock a full 1d8 as a hit die, fighters will attack a number equal to their level. Now, you get into very high level fighters, they get 2 attacks a round or even 2 attacks every other round. Consider the 7th level fighter, the 8th level fighter rather, fighting in that room full of kobolds. I attack 8 kobolds. I attack 16 kobolds. I attack 8 kobolds. So then it turns into a Frazetta painting, where Conan is going boots first into a bunch of bad guys, right? Because that's how Conan did it. So if you say Conan is a very high level fighter and those are tribesmen or Neanderthals with 1 to 7 hit points each, here comes Conan, blah, 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 blah. It's like a weed whacker through weeds. Ricky says, I need an idea for tomorrow's video. Is there anything I want to see? Well, first of all, thank you for the super, Ricky. Super Ricky! Is there anything I want to see? That's a good question. Can I think on it? I'm going to have to go back and rewatch your videos to see what you have already covered, because I don't want to be like, it's stuff for visually impaired people. You just be like, So let me see what it is that I think you might be you might be dealing with. Full weapon damage versus killer bees. Yeah. But anyway, I've got 12 hours. Okay, I'll work on it. Well, that's the plan, Jack. That's the plan. But I want to, I want to. Oh, that's a good question from Doomsword. I wish I'd thought of that. Local, you say morale crushing attacks. Unquestionably, morale crushing attacks. So let's go back to that. Now, let us consider the Ranger. Let us consider the 8th level Ranger who goes in hard in a room full of kobolds. Every kobold he hits dies. And in 2 rounds, that's 15 dead kobolds, potentially, assuming he hits with everyone. And it's not like auto fire in Hero System where, you missed one, so your attack stopped. That Ranger will carve through the elite Goblin Guard. He will carve through the kobolds leader types. 2 rounds of that, and that's a morale check if the kobolds haven't brought him down. That is an immediate morale check. This guy just walked in the room and unalived 17 of our brethren in 2 minutes. So anyway, stuff to consider. Guys, I have actually run over with my talking about stuff. So let's get to it. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what we do, we're going to play a little AD&D. And this is this is a fun time because this is unscripted, okay? What happens like in the next 10 minutes could mean that everybody's going to be rolling up new characters, or they could triumph. You don't know. There's no scripts here. There's no preordained plots. It is what it is. So let's get rolling here as I don my headphones. And we welcome back our group of intrepid adventurers to play some first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And I want to go ahead and bring in this guy. He's been hanging out for a couple of weeks. He's had some stuff going on. Everybody say hello to Mark playing Grimsby.
Hello, beings of the YouTube.
Welcome back, Mark. Everybody's favorite half-orc in the party, and I can say that with 100% confidence. He is the audience's favorite half-orc in the party. Say hello to Vrug Dorn, played by Doomsword Deathmaster.
What's up, guys?
Nobody tosses a dwarf, but I will toss him on screen for you guys. That sounded horrible. Welcome, Kevin, playing Tonstal.
Hello.
We've upped our standards, now up yours, and welcome, Sir Standard, played by Thane Kyle. Hello, hello.
Good to be back.
And, of course, you got to have faith. You got to have faith. So let us welcome back Mobius, playing Duran the Cleric.
Evening, all.
So it's good to see everyone, and let's hop right to it. Now, when last we left this intrepid group, you all were knee deep in some knolls, I believe. Were you not?
Literally.
We were starting.
Ooh. Yep. All right. So,
by the way, why didn't I get invited to the Parentheses Coalition with the rest of you guys?
Oh. I started it, and then I think everybody else just followed.
You miss a meeting, you get what you deserve. We talk about this quarterly. All right, so let's.
Don't lie to them, Bill. We don't have meetings. We're too disorganized for that.
Yes, and I've been meaning to have a meeting to talk about our organizational abilities. So let's go ahead and jump right into it here. Again, you guys are in the caves. You're in the caves. You hear the pitter patter of little feet coming up behind your party, wheeling around, weapons in hand. Hey, you see, it's friend Grimsby.
Oh, young yellows. I thought I'd find you here.
You back, huh?
Yeah.
So
Gotta shake you out this time.
Grimsby actually took a couple of weeks to train with a friendly group of halflings that had stopped by in the keep. Well, that's not initially. I'm sorry, I said halflings, gnomes. They recognized you as a cousin, a big, tall, strapping cousin who towered over them at 3'6". So yes, they using practice materials, I should point out. They trained Grimsby up in a little bit of thiefly abilities. So, Mark, go ahead and give yourself that D6 of additional hit points and adjust your abilities commensurately. Now, for those of you out in the audience, nice.
Woo.
I think you've got as many hit points as Frug does now.
He probably has
that's
more.
mean.
I was going to say the same damn thing. Come on, man.
Don't get him going so early.
Just tie him to the end of a 10-foot pole and just use him as a pole arm there. But anyway,
That's actually a good idea.
Well, you tie him on the end of a fly fishing rod, and you go knoll fishing with him.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so let's get over to the module and take a look at what we've got. Is it okay? That is
So let me
the
get this straight, Mark. You missed like 3 weeks. You show up and you level. Man, you are one lucky dog.
And we heard
Yeah.
him coming though. So how good is he?
Remind me to take a vacation.
He Grimsby decided to make a little bit of noise because he didn't want to get shot
Yeah.
in Minecraft. YouTube, so stay off my back. But anyway, group. So there.
Also,
God,
has my sleep gone off? I'm trying to remember.
has your sleep gone off? Yes, you had zonked out a couple of gnolls standing right in the opening of the cave, and there is a large group in front of you. Oh, good. There's no longer a zoom button. I have to use keys for that. Thank you, Adobe.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was okay. So I've now used both my sleeps then. Okay.
All right. So, Grimsby, you have arrived just at the right time to see your fellows about to throw themselves into mortal combat with a C midway games. So, have a moment. You've got a group of gnolls, and what are you guys going to do?
I thought we charged, but I guess we'll charge. Or I'll charge.
Get him, boys!
Go get her, Ray. Let
Mr.
me
Hit
find.
Points can roll up in there.
Just throw the thief at them and wait for the screaming to stop. All right, so that is room 49. And let's see what's going on here. All right, so we had some charges going off. So in this room, there are 6 males, 2 of which have been slept, 11 females, and then it looks like there's a whole bunch of gnoll whelps, like easily 20 of them underfoot. So we had some charges declared, correct?
Well,
Correct.
I'll charge. I don't know.
I will.
Okay.
Okay. Goes before initiative, so roll your attacks for your charges.
Alrighty.
And you guys have a ton of surprise. You guys have like the equivalent of in terms of spell casting and missile fire, 12, 13, 14 plus all your strength bonuses is going to hit.
It was a total of 16. Sorry.
A total of 16. So yeah, you hit, and this is a large target.
Large target.
Yes.
Hang on, let me clear these. Sometimes you add like 2 dice by accident. Come on. 10.
10. Oh yeah, you step in and you kill it. Kevin Tonstal.
All right, +6. I got a 21.
Good Lord. Okay, so you hit it again, large target.
Let's see, it's +3, right? Yes. Okay. Oh, you son of a! 6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah, that wounds it, but it's still on its feet.
Maybe a man-at-arms can drop it.
Yes, you guys, your men-at-arms can move in. They are totally surprised. They are free to make attacks for the. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 4 rounds of attacks.
It's only a 12 and a 13, though. I don't think either of those. Well, maybe with charge bonuses might hit, but.
So +2 is 15. Let me double check.
Yeah,
15 and 14.
Yeah.
Let me see here. One of the nice things about having the actual PDFs is that they are at the very least pretty well organized in that you can click on bookmarks and get going where you need to. So the men-at-arms, so that's 15 and 14. Let me check their armor classes. The 15, neither one of those hits.
But
You've got another round. A couple of questions we've had. How do I track combat in Theater of the Mind? I just keep, sometimes I'll have notes open if things get too crazy. I've got the maps right here. And I mean, at some point, guys, we're going to be bringing back Dwarven Forge, so there'll be more of a visual element for the audience to enjoy too. But we might not use it every night. And then a question from Mike Wilson: why do weapons do more damage to larger creatures versus small mediums? Wouldn't it be the other way around? Some weapons do less damage to larger creatures and more to smaller creatures. It varies weapon to weapon. Anyway, so how about you guys don't have to worry about declarations. You've got 4 segments of surprise, which you can move into the room in a single segment because it's not a giant room, and then make attacks as you will.
I watched the end of last week's video, and it left off with me declaring sleep but not making my roll.
Okay. Well, go ahead and drop it on them then. These the males are 2 hit dice.
Okay, so that would be 2 to 3 hit dice would be D4.
Okay.
All right. There we go.
All right. So after taking a lashing, the remaining males drop to the ground. Sleep is how many segments? 1, I think. So
it's either 1 or 2.
3 segments remaining. The females, they're armed. They're pulling out daggers and spiked clubs and that sort of thing. So they're not. Well, we'll see what they do. But you guys have got 3 more segments to act. Mark, what is Grimsby doing?
He's going to sneak into the room and start dispatching the slept gnolls.
Easy enough. You can knock down 1 per segment. How about Vrug?
All right, so we've gotten rid of 3. Well, we have 2 asleep, 1 that I killed, 1 wounded on Tonstal's side, which I assume to be on the right. Is there a guy next to me?
We have 4.
I mean, in this space, The only things that are out of reach are the young and the females who've kind of backed up into a corner.
So there's a standing combatant that I can spin around and hack in half with my longsword.
No. Unless
Okay.
you need to go hack one of the females.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hack the women.
All right, so you
Rawr.
move across the room. You've got one more segment to attack. The sleeping gnolls are dispatched. Go ahead and is anyone else moving over to attack the female gnolls?
No, but I'm going to move away from the door and tell the females to leave now, and their children will be spared.
Okay.
Or face the consequences of Roog.
Agreed.
All
Everybody run over and take exit stage right.
All right. Do you speak Knoll?
No, but I'm making gestures towards the exit.
Sure. Okay. So Vroog, go ahead and make your attack again. This is still all happening in surprise. This is like heartbeats. They hear eldritch spells going off. Their men are falling. These maniac adventurers are running in.
That's a 5. That's not going to do anything.
Yeah, that won't hit. They presume that your sword swing is meant as a warning, and yes, they are thoroughly demoralized. They are grabbing up in their long, lanky arms, like 3, 4, 5 of their brats each, and others are like grabbing mom's fur and climbing up on, and they are yipping and whimpering and just scattering out the door.
You sent him out before I could hit him.
We talked about this, Vroog.
So
How many
are
times
all
do we
the
have to
males
tell you,
asleep?
Vroog? It's the women and children that get you killed.
Yeah, when they run and tell the rest.
We'll take care of the
when
rest.
they gang up on you 13-1.
Meanwhile, what are in the purses of these dead gnolls?
What has it got in its pocket, it says? Okay, so fortunately, it is more than string and more than nothing. They have, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 D6. 27 electrum pieces. And it's 27 electrum pieces you scoop up, and Local Gumby putting a very fine point on it. He's glad the females will be able to make babies for the adventurers later, to fight later. That is. All right, so you've dispatched them. Now, this room itself, this is a common room. There's the usual clutter, worthless furniture, matting, a couple of pots on braziers, nothing else of any apparent value.
Poke around through some of the bedding, see if there's anything hidden.
Any secret doors?
Let's see. Secret doors.
Well, Grimsby searches the detritus. I'll do a pass for doors.
Fleas and lice. Otherwise, no, Grimsby.
Tasty.
And your check for secret passages reveals not.
Okay. What was the other exit?
Scanning the room. Is there another exit?
There is not another exit.
Okay.
And there's no hidden archers.
Well, I wasn't going to put it in there, but that actually sounds like a really cool idea. So give me a second. No, there's not any hidden archers.
All right. I don't see anything. Grimsby, do you want to take a look?
If the elvish eyes can't find it, I can't find it.
Well, back to
Keen and neat are the eyes of the elves.
Let's go. Back out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are in the passage that runs from the northwest to the southeast. If you look to your left as you come back out of this common room of gnolls, you can see that about 30 feet down, the passage turns due east, and runs some distance. Of course, you can't see around the corner, so you don't know how far. And then to your right, it goes back up. So whither goest thou, adventurers? Left towards the unknown,
Tonstal.
right to where you've been.
I think since we've already been places, we should go places we haven't been, right?
Yep.
Wasn't
So
there a
let's-
huge chamber at the end of the other tunnel?
Let's do that.
All right. So you head to the southeast, and turning due east, 40 feet down, the hallway terminates in a door. And since no one speaks Knowles, you don't know what is carved on the door.
I will listen at the door.
You will listen at the door. What is your hear noise?
15%.
15%. 75. I thought that
That's
was
a 75?
that is a 75, unfortunately, yes. So yes, putting your ear to the door, you don't hear anything.
Does it smell?
Everything here smells.
Well, yes.
There's a faint smoky smell here.
All right.
I
Does-
stink like booze.
Does the door have a lock on it, or is it just a...
Don't
No,
forget to vomit.
Just a pull ring.
Okay. Then I'll step back and let... Varug, how about you open the door? There's nothing behind it. I didn't hear anything.
Gladly.
I'll get my sword ready to clock whatever comes out.
All
And
right.
Grimsby's going to the back.
I look over at Tonstal. Did he even check for traps?
We were looking for 1 through 4.
Okay, so you yank on that ring and the whole door shutters. But it does
It's
not.
best when I can put me weight into it.
I mean, you could certainly try again.
I
I'm
bet you
gonna
the
give it
dwarf
another
could do it
tug.
like last time.
Get ready.
I failed last time too.
To arms.
There we go.
Okay, so you drag that door open, and you are should not have rolled, but in neither case are you surprised to see there is a huge, fat but strong-looking gnoll. He is attended by a couple of, well, a few female gnolls. I'll have to see. Let's see. Where is it? Come on. All right, so let me describe the room thus. All right, he's a huge guy. He's wearing like pieces of plate mail stitched together with leather. He has there are 2 gnolls to either side of him, and then there are 4 female gnolls. He's bedecked with some crude gold. He has a fat pouch on his waist, and he growls and barks in gnollish language. And the 2 gnolls kind of form up in front of him, and let's see. There is, you notice off in one corner, there's a fireplace with a large pot sitting there in the fireplace. But other than that, it's a fairly standard looking room. What are you guys going to do?
After
I will loose arrows.
Okay, so missile fire. Well, we'll start at the top. Mark, what is Grimsby doing? You're in the back.
Yeah, Grimsby's going to wait for the fighters to charge as they do, and then he'll sneak in next round.
Okay. Varug, what are you doing?
So these guys formed up in front of them.
Yes.
Yeah, what do they got? Swords, sword, shield.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll let loose a charge on them. I'll put my shield out in front of me, duck my head, and run straight into that fray.
Right on. So charging with a capital C.
Yes, sir.
All right. Kevin, what about Tonstal?
Yep, I'll line up on the second guy that lined up in front.
Thane, you're
And
loosing
charge.
arrows. Mobius, how about
Send the
Duran?
arms in for support.
Dron's going to enter the room and let loose a sling bullet at whatever one of these 2 guys aren't charging.
Okay, charges go capital C. Let's go ahead and roll your attacks. That is +2, but of course it puts you at a defensive minus. I see a miss there.
That'll be a 12. Yeah.
It'll be a 12, so that will miss.
I got an 18.
That
Nice.
will not miss. So you strike one of them.
All right, +3. Oh, 12.
12. Yeah, you cut him down.
Let's see about Man-at-Arms number 1 with a 16, including charge.
16. Let's see.
And then number 2, nah, he's not going to hit.
The 16 is an edge case. I got to check because, of course, that guy's level 0. 16. No, unfortunately, the Knoll brings his shield up in time.
They're trying. They're trying.
Okay. Now we're going to roll initiative because that will determine on, in terms of, does missile fire go first or what? So, Mark, we'll start at the top with you. Please roll. All right. It is tied. Missile fire will go first, but actions will be simultaneous. So let fly with your miss.
Sorry. I shouldn't laugh.
That's okay.
That was just like comedically perfect. 15 for a second level fighter. I don't think that's going to matter, and then I don't think it'll hit.
Well, that depends on what one you're shooting at. So fighter 2, that's going to be the same. 2.
I'm aiming for the guy in the back.
Yeah, no, that's not going to hit. That pings off of one of the armor plates. And Duran. 12, you are cleric 1.
2.
Same chart. So let's see, 12. Nope. That will miss. So counterattacks. The leader type steps over and swings at you, Tonstal.
Okay.
Oof.
I disbelieve, but I have an AC of 1.
Okay. That is sufficient to not be hit. The other one lets out a cry and attacks you and completely misses Vrug. So that ends the round.
Second arrow?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Second arrow, please fire.
Mm-hmm.
You may fire when ready, Gridley. That will miss. Nope. And sweeping around you guys are the 4 females. So in the next round, that's 2 that are going to be attacking Vrug and 2 that are going to be attacking Tonstal. Well, Vrug is getting 3. Well, actually, each of you are getting 3. So they're kind of forming a wedge and trying to fight you guys back. So, Mark, what about Grimsby? Everyone has moved into the room.
He's going to sneak into the room and hide in shadows.
Okay. Vrug, you are in what I believe they call a target-rich environment. Will I presume that you are attacking the Knolls?
Yes. The the one that I initially attacked was stronger than the other 2 that have kind of like flanked me or whatever. I mean, I want to attack the strongest one.
Okay, yeah. So you've got a strong one and a couple of obvious females.
Right. I'm going to put my sword through that guy's neck.
Okay, and search standard.
More arrows.
Okay, and Duran.
I'm going to shoot a bullet at one of the ones in the back of the wedge so I don't hit my friends.
All right, fair enough. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, and it is over to Doomsword to do that. All right, party goes first. Let's see. Does Grimsby successfully hide in shadows? In the melee, nobody's really looking at the halfling, so it is certainly possible. No. You tried. Okay, Vrug, do it. Let's Vrug it.
Don't halflings have like a base of like 70% inside or something stupid though?
All right, 19.
That is a hit. That is a absolutely hit. Not in AD&D. They don't.
That's in basic. Yeah.
All right.
Die, dog.
So 7 points of damage. He stops and slides his sword out and says, "That's a misconception. Although we are related to jackals, they are not members of the family Canis. And furthermore, 14, 15, 16 from Tonstall will hit."
All right. I'm attacking
So my guy's
the leader
just
that
wounded,
stepped
right?
forward. Right?
Badly wounded. Yes, you're attacking the leader who stepped forward.
Yeah, the other one died. So.
Actually, let me double check. Well, I mean, it won't be so bad if I'm wrong about his armor class. So your 16 wouldn't have hit.
Oh, okay.
But it's no great loss. If it had been 12, weep for them. But and in this case, it was not. So
All right.
Let's roll for the man at arms, and I'll roll for my arrows too. Hey, one hit for the 17.
17. Yes. One of them did hit.
Maybe. Okay. So D8. Can he fell a wounded one?
5. Yes. One of the wounded gnolls goes down.
Okay, and here are my 2 arrows. And no.
Plink, plink. Okay, so the 2 who leapt in front of the leader type are now down. There's the leader type, and 4 females are now fighting. So counterattacks. Let's go over to Vrug, and you are taking a couple there. Oh, I saw that 20 come up and got happy, but no. So this is going to be 3 on Tonstall. Actually, I better do the 2 females on Tonstall first. I see a 19 that's absolutely going to hit, and Tonstall, you may have 6 points of damage.
All right. That puts me at 9.
The leader type. Oh, you son of a gun. Okay. You see that blade coming down, and you duck out of the way and take it on your shield. So, all
That's
right.
the best you got.
It's the start of the new round. They are still up and still fighting. Actually, there's second missile fire. There's second arrow fire. Or did you fire both of yours in the?
I did both at once.
That's fine. It's an initiative win, so it ultimately doesn't matter. All right, new round. Mark, is Grimsby doing what?
He's going to try to sneak around behind the gnolls in hopes of doing a sneak attack next round.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna try and move around and backstab. So we'll see how that works out. Vrug, Tonstall, melee attacks, men at arms, melee attacks.
Yeah, can I step in? Sorry, can I step in and cover Tonstall on this big guy? Can I get to him without
I mean, yeah, you're right there. You can attack him if you want. So that's absolutely acceptable. Tonstall's consuming a potion. So standard, more arrows, and
I'm going to wade in with my sword and board.
Okay, fair enough. Duran, how about it?
Bullet.
All right. Then let's roll initiative, and I think we are to Kevin for initiative for the side, please. That's a D6.
Yep. Arg.
Could not be further apart. Okay, so let's start with this. This is coming on Vrug from the leader type. 11. Let me see. So he is. Vrug is AC 2 or 3.
Vrug is AC's.
Oh, that's
what did we?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have a magic shield, so yeah, that will miss. A couple of females are attacking Sir Standard when they see him step up. Both of those miss. I think. Well, what is Sir Standard's AC? Got to double check that. 12. Get a price check on 12.
No.
Okay.
My AC is 0.
Alrighty. So let's go with a couple on. Let's do these. You ordered the men at arms into the into the fray, correct?
They have been fighting, yes.
All right. So these are on men at arms from the females. One of your men at arms is struck and takes.
One of them has an AC of 2.
Yeah, but I rolled a nat 20 on one, so somebody taking 2 points of damage.
That's fair.
All right, so that concludes it for the side. Mark Grimsby has. What is Grimsby's move silently? You're muted, by the way.
Yeah, I was moving silently. Haha. 43%.
Okay, Grimsby. They take no notice of you as you skirt around the room. You may get a sneak attack. Are you attacking the biggest or one of the females?
Biggest.
Son.
I can do a sneak attack now, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Wenger asks, are there light sources in this room? Yes, there is a fireplace, and there are some guttering torches here as well.
And there's a +4 from behind. Okay.
Yes.
Actually,
one
should
of
be
the men-
+5 total. Yep.
One of the men at arms is fighting with a spear in one hand and torch in the other.
That is a total of an 18. I think
That is an 18. That will hit. So Grimsby gets his backstab multiplier. You just shank.
4 points twice, so 8 points.
So 8 points. Actually, it's 7 points. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, you do. You double the dice and then you add any bonuses. So 7 points on the leader. Had taken some damage, but he now howls. He knows you're behind him now, and he's whirling around and swinging swords. So let's go. Let's go party. Rest of your attacks, Vrug.
All right, as he tries to spin around, I'm chopping him through the clavicle and cleaving all the way to the pelvis.
We hope.
Yeah, I just say stuff.
10, 12. I don't think that's going to get him. No, that's not going to get him.
Yeah, AC 7.
Yeah, he's distracted. He's distracted by being stabbed in the back. Kevin Tonstall.
So I'm taking the potion of healing I have.
Oh, you're taking the potion of healing. That will go into effect. You've effectively got a shield wall in front of you, but it's going to be 2. Is it? Yeah, it's gonna be a few segments before it kicks in. So, alrighty. Next along is standard fire your attack with sword. Attack with sword.
Yep. So I'll roll for me and my men at arms. That's a miss for me. Men at arms 1, miss. Men at arms 2, miss.
Miss. Okay. And Sling Stone from Duran at Big Papa.
Okay, it's twirling my sling around my head. I let go of this bullet. Oh, almost another one.
Goes clattering off in the ricochets off the wall. Stone
Must be unbalanced or something. I search in my pouch for a nice round one.
Yeah. Stupid budget talthum. Okay. Top of the new round. Grimsby, he's aware you're there. How much that may avail him remains to be seen. So what is Grimsby doing?
Grimsby's going to be foolish and try to attack him.
Alrighty. Vrug, you continuing to hack and slay?
I cut this guy down where he stands.
All right, Kevin. You get back. Let's see. So a potion of healing in AD&D, I believe, is
It's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. So let's see. What do the gods give you? 1, 2. 2d4 plus 2. So you get back a total of 6.
Okay, that puts me at 7.
Full, right?
No, I actually was 11 damage, so I had 1 hit point.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was a 3. It was a 5 that I had taken before. So
Right.
It's that lovely feeling when you found a tenner in the couch and you're able to just get to the gas station and you watch that needle rise back up. That's all right. So you consumed your potion at the end of the last round. It's gone into effect. What are you doing in the new round?
I'm going to attack. I mean, the leader again, if possible.
So-
I have to step out, but
Okay, Sir Standard.
I will attack along with the men at arms.
And Mobius Duran.
I'm going to try to get one of the outliers again.
Okay. Let's see. Standard, roll a d6 for initiative, please.
My last dwarf name was Outlier. Hey.
Party goes first. Grimsby.
Do I still have a rear attack bonus plus 2?
No, he's aware of you now.
Rat.
Yeah.
Okay. Two different daggers.
Show us
18 hits.
your puissant skill at arms.
The 18 will hit.
The 18 will hit. Roll your damage.
Sadly, just a D3 with the plus 1 dagger is a 3.
So it's no, if it's a D3, 1 or a 2 is 1.
Okay, I'm rolling specifically a D3.
Oh, you are rolling it. That is in there. Okay, I'm sorry. I assumed it was a D6.
No,
so,
no. So,
all right. So that's 3, and you did 7 on your backstab to him. Yes.
yes.
Be hilarious if that's all of his hit points. It is not. He is still up. Vrug, see if you can do something about that, would you?
Die, bastard! Please.
Yeah. Yeah, you were just distracting him so Tonstal could get in there and hack him, right? Kevin, Tonstal.
Basically.
all right. Where's my other browser? All right, D20 plus 2. Yeah, I don't think that does anything.
That's not going to do it. Sir Standard. Are you fighting the chieftain or one of the females?
No, I'm still in the back with the females, keeping the party from being flanked.
Okay. All right. That will absolutely hit. So roll some damage.
All right,
Nice.
large long sword is D10, right?
Yes, that is correct.
9 total.
9 total. That drops one of them. So there are 3 females remaining.
There's a man at arms.
That is a hit on one of the females. And that's a miss.
All right. And a 1.
Okay. Alrighty. All right, they're hanging in there. So this is going to be on.
Do we have a sling stone as well?
Oh, we have a. I'm sorry. Yes, we have a. I'm so sorry. Mobius, roll your sling stone attack. That's going to miss. It's closer.
Getting there. I'm zeroing in on the target.
Yeah,
Calibrated.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Drop right side, fire for effect.
FFE.
Isn't the damage for a large creature on a longsword a D12?
Yes.
That's right. I'm sorry. It is a D12. All right. So let's see. 2 females fighting the men at arms. A 15 from one of them. The 13 I don't think is going to hit. Let's check the 15. I just wish that table was a little bit. So let's see. The 15 will hit, and a man-at-arms is going to take a d6 damage.
Okay, yeah. One of them does have AC 2.
Yes, I know. So a man-at-arms takes
Oh.
5 points of damage. Shank.
Alright,
One female attacking and misses Sir Standard. And finally, the big boss. This one is going in at, I'm going to say it's going in at Vrug because you rushed over there. So 11, let's see.
77.
Got the best you got. That's clanging off a shield, my man.
Yes, it is. Of course, you assume that this isn't a 16 hit die. So.
Well, I just happen to know that, using player knowledge, that he already attacked me and missed with a similar roll.
Okay. All right. So that concludes the round. They're hanging tough. Top the rotation. Everybody still doing the same things? Okay. Let's roll initiative. And without missing. Mobius, roll initiative for the side, please. And I want to thank
Come on,
everybody
Mobius.
for this in the chat tonight. That is awesome of you guys. Lovely to see everybody out there. 34 of you. Good times. It is an initiative tie, so all this is going to be simultaneous. I will run through the monsters real quick. So this one is fallen on Vrug from the leader type. 16 will hit you. I don't know if it's if you guys could hear it, but in my headphones I was sounding like Rick Moranis' Jerry Todd on SCTV. Top of the morning to you. We got some vidya for you. That's a real nice one there. Tom Monroe on another wavelength. So yes, that is going to get you, and that will do 2d4 plus 2 damage. So let's see what happens to old Vrug here.
Well, it can't kill me.
7 points.
All right.
But it could hurt a lot.
2 females versus 2 men at arms. Neither of those hits. And 1 female versus standard. That does not hit. So counterattacks, if you would, please, partay.
I will do my daggers. Nope, not. Sorry. Hold on. Let's try this again. This one. Go.
Nope.
I guess nothing hit. Nope.
Okay.
Just about par for the course.
Crack. That back wall is it's just pocked with bullet marks now. Vrug.
Got a perfect person,
Alright.
null-sized shape on the wall.
You made your last sword swing.
9-11 is not going to do it.
All right.
Please die. No!
Let's see if me and my boys can turn the tide, shall we?
Not with that.
No, it's not me.
We had an 8 was our highest roll.
Outside it.
8, not Men at Arms number 1.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, man at arms number 2 gets in on one of the females. Roll his damage, please.
5 of us, 1 of us hit. Thank you, statistics.
All right, that drops it. So there's the leader and 2 females remain. Next verse, same as the first. All right. And we are back around to you for initiative. Mark, roll a d6 for the side. That is a 6. You guys will almost certainly go first. The best I can hope for is a tie, and aren't those far apart. So let's start with Grimsy.
Let's try this again. Stabby.
Stab at you, rage. The 19
Nice.
absolutely hits.
19 hits, and so it's a D3 with a +1. Doink. 3 points of damage.
Okay. A bunch of Knoll blood comes out. He's kind of looking, normally reddish pink skin. You can see under his mangy fur is looking kind of pale. Vrug, do your thing.
Please hit.
Yeah, I ain't even saying nothing this time.
Don't jinx
I'm just gonna disembowel him.
Bruce calling a shot and then shanking a pop fly. There you
Yes.
go. All right. Okay, so that's a hit. Roll some damage.
All right. Hopefully this will take this guy down. And Grimsby can start 6 points.
That is
4.
sufficient. He collapses on the floor. Tonstal, you have a couple of females you can fight.
Well, then I gotta do it. 16.
16 will hit.
Yeah, that's
Sweet.
a C3.
Yes.
Uh,
I love that, Jorge. What doesn't kill you makes you go, "Agh!"
14 points of damage.
Basically.
Yeah, you shear her like almost completely in half. Sir Standard.
There's one target remaining, so
That is correct.
and I don't presume she's immediately surrendering. So, Knight at Arms.
Too late to surrender now.
I see a 20. Yeah, she's like, "Pardon me, gentlemen.
Max.
Well, there's
Yeah.
You.
3 feet of steel under her breastbone, 3 feet of steel out her back." She kind of makes a very almost disappointed yip and slumps dead to the floor.
already.
No blood everywhere, ears ringing from the sound of metal clashing on metal. You stand amongst the ruin. Excuse me, I have to do it Ian McKellen style. Ruin of your foes. What do you wish to do, group?
That one you almost cut in half is still usable.
Oh no. All right. Okay, so the chieftain that you fought has a pair of silver armbands that look rather valuable, Grimsby, and he has a fat belt pouch.
I will be taking those and taking inventory.
Okay, you estimate the bracers are probably worth 50 each, and he has 39 gold in his belt pouch. The two males that were fighting with him have full belt pouches as well. So let's see. The first one has 8 gold. Two electrum and 10 silver. The other has 2 gold, 4 electrum, and 6 silver. Each of the dead females, 4 total, they have a silver neck chain, very heavy silver neck chains. And let's see, that's going to be... From them, you collect a total of 21 silver pieces. I'm sorry, 21 electrum pieces.
Nice.
That's a big difference. Cool. Grimsby's putting this all into a sack.
Okay.
What else is there in this room?
I'd like to go over and try to pick up my slings bullets, and while I'm doing that, maybe check for secret compartments.
Okay. How many sling bullets did you fire?
4.
You recover 2. One is of the 4. one shattered and one is stuck in the wall.
Can I pry it out with my dagger, or with somebody's dagger?
No, it'll break apart. It's stuck that deep.
Okay.
I presume
Okay.
that while Grimsby's looking, I can recover 2 of my 4 arrows.
That is correct.
Do I notice any secret doors?
Well, let's see. After spending a while searching, you and Grimsby at the same time notice on the northern wall there is a secret door.
Ooh.
Progress. Okay.
Did this chief have like a chair, a throne? Does he have chests around?
It's a chair that's got mangy pelts draped over it.
I'd
I
like
check
to.
under the mangy pelts. That's where I
A
would
battered
hide my
chair.
treasure.
You said there was a fireplace. I'd like to go take a look at that.
Okay, examining the fireplace, you notice directly in front of it there is a loose flagstone, a loose discolored flagstone that does not match the others.
Ooh.
I call Grimsby over. I'm like, take a look at this. You think this is trapped or anything?
Maybe. You want me to check it?
Yeah, before I start pulling stuff out.
Oh, okay. Grimsby. I'll just check.
Grimsby, you are certain that there are no traps on that.
It's fine. Go ahead and open it. And he backs
All
away.
All right. I like manipulate it, try to like move it, slide it,
You manipulate it.
pull it
Hey,
straight out.
nobody ever liked you.
Oh.
All right, so pulling the stone out, you see there is a large metal pot, and there the pot looks like it's full of copper pieces. There's just a heap of copper coins on top.
I like stick my staff into the pot and like dig around a little bit.
Okay, yeah, you see silver and gold in there too. Well, silver.
I look over my shoulder. Jackpot, boys! And I reach in and pull it out.
Okay, yeah, that's. Yeah, this thing weighs nearly 50 pounds, so it's jackpot.
Oh, my back! Oh.
Yeah, it's fairly heavy, and again, you have a there is a doorway to the north.
I'm gonna use my hand axe to take this chieftain's head and tie
All
it
right.
off to my belt.
Chop, 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 chop. Easily done. Your hand axe goes through that thing's neck like butter, and
Starting a collection over there, Brug?
Aye. These will fetch something. I know they will.
Will someone be able to carry that pot, or should we leave it here and come back for it later?
I figure if we divvy it up, we should all be.
Is it heavy because the pot's heavy, or is it heavy because there's gold in the pot?
a little from column A, a little from column B. There's lots of coins in the pot. Nearly could be well over 500, which would weigh about 50 pounds.
Oh, wow.
We don't want them bitches coming and taking this stuff. I'll carry it.
Okay.
All right, yeah, you're able to grab the handle and you got it, but you're going along. Door to the north, secret passage to the north.
I will listen at the secret door.
All right. The room beyond, as you listen at it, you can hear like the faint whoosh of air, but you do not hear anything. You are certain there's nothing in there making noise.
I'll check it for traps. See if I can figure out how to open this thing.
Okay. First, to check for traps. You don't find any traps.
Traps. Awesome.
And you cannot find a mechanism to open it.
Fellows, I know this thing isn't trapped, but I can't figure out where the handle is. Maybe one of you can look at it. And I back away.
Maybe it just pushes in. Give it
a try.
I've had it, ears.
You want me to do it? All right.
What's it made out of? What's the
Ears.
door made out of?
That's even better. That's your new
There you
nickname.
go. This is how it's done.
Keen indeed are the eyes of the elves. You kind of move your finger along the seam and press an unnoticed catch, but by anyone else, and the door swings in. The door is actually a thick wooden panel that has been covered with plaster and mortar and dark gray sand. It appears to be stone. I mean, it is a well engineered secret door, and there's a faint whoosh of air when it pops open. You kind of get the impression that if the Knolls knew it was here, they never used it.
This
So
ain't no construction.
So the chamber
too
beyond, the
stupid for
first thing you notice immediately is a skeleton lying just inside the door. Both of its thigh bones are broken. Its upper arms are extended. There is rotten, ruined, like dry rotted equipment lying around it. The only things that aren't ruined are a belt pouch, and the boots that it has on look to be of exceptional make.
I will check out the belt pouch and those boots.
Okay, there are 12 gems in that belt pouch.
I like the sound of that.
Okay. And I said it's a room beyond. It's a passage. It is 10 feet to the north, and then it turns to the to the west, and you can clearly see down. It goes 30 feet, and then it turns back to the north. So I said room, I meant passage. So I'm sorry, you said you got the gems and you were doing what?
Grabbing the boots.
Grabbing the boots. Okay, the boots are lightweight and in exceptional condition, considering everything else is rotted here.
Grimsby dropped them.
Why?
If you touch them any longer, I won't be able to tell you what they do.
So I shouldn't be putting them on my feet?
Correct.
Man, I know I
Now you
smell,
have
but
to
that's
replace
some
them with
stank
vampires.
gnome feet you got there.
Now you've still got time to identify them. I'm just pointing out. So Grimsby puts them on his feet, and they're. I mean, you're a halfling, so it's like shoes,
Yeah.
but
Boots
you know.
of steamer cracking. I really want to know how the guy's legs got broken.
This hallway is thick with dust and cobwebs and disuse. Here is a tableau that you may never know the answer to.
He could have just crawled in here and died.
Maybe these are cursed boots and they break the legs.
That's what I was saying.
And that's exactly why you put them on.
Yeah.
Grimsby falls over howling in pain.
It's the
I
Knoll
hacked the
Mafia,
skeleton
man.
with my hand axe. That's how it gets destroyed.
But no, your feet don't
I-
catch fire or anything like that.
I try to tiptoe a little bit. You know, anything special about them? Are they springy boots? Jump up and down?
Yeah, you don't fly into the ceiling or anything like that.
That would be sweet.
Boots are riding and springing. I'll try and jump. Blap.
Damage on the way up, damage on the way down.
Okay, so
Yep.
half a moment. Yeah, when Grimsby takes a couple of steps forward, you don't hear anything. Like no crunch in the dust, nothing.
It'd be hard to trip him now.
Do we not hear anything from him? Like his mouth, his breathing, and all
you
that
can
stuff?
you can
'Cause
still hear him, but
damn it.
sorry.
You hear a small
Come on,
giggle
man,
of
boots of
elation,
silence,
and I
that's what
look
we
at him
need.
again and I tell him to put the boots down.
But yeah, Grimsby is walking silently.
I'll go on ahead. I think. Shall we continue on?
Yeah, give him a test drive.
Okay.
All right, I won't be able to identify them then.
They're boots.
All right.
I can identify them. They're boots.
Boots of stairs.
What's
And
up?
that-
Are we all ready to move along?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm cut up fairly decent.
Oh,
I don't know
Yeah,
about the
breathe.
rest of you.
I move up,
I'm out of gas.
inspect his wounds, look at Sir Standards.
I'm all right. I'm literally just like I'm not phased. I'm literally just out of gas. One of the men at arms is mostly dead though.
Both of your men at arms are badly wounded.
Yeah, one's taken 1 point, the other's taken 5. Or 2 points, sorry. But yeah.
I start casting cure light wounds on Varug.
All right.
Keep the help at the back, I guess.
Yep.
All right, so that's 5 points back for Vrug.
Your god is a decent one.
Bokob is merciful, my friend.
All right.
You should learn magic.
Or maybe he's not.
was scared.
Okay, so looking up the hallways, Grimsby, you're moving along.
I'll move outside of their torchlight so I can sneak.
Okay, you'll have to go around the corner, but yeah, so you get around the corner. It's about 30 more feet, and then the hall just dead ends.
That feels like secret door to me. I will search for it while the party comes up to me.
Okay.
Stay back and give him some room.
And yes, you do find an equally old-looking secret door on the left. That is the west side of the cul-de-sac that you've come to.
Okay. I will check it for traps.
These doors are of decent quality, eh, dwarf?
You are certain that there is no mumble rap or disco remixes on that door.
Excellent. Can I figure out how the mechanism works?
Let's see. I'm glad somebody got that. No.
Okay. The elf did such a great job. I let the elf open the door.
You let him.
Yeah. I want to let everyone have an opportunity. So Grimsby allows the elf.
That's go for speed.
Right.
Yeah,
I
you're
open doors on a 1 through 3.
okay. You open the door, and let's see.
I forgot to listen. Whoops.
Oh well.
Oh well.
You hear the sound of a door grating open. Okay, this appears to be a storage chamber. There are many piles of boxes, crates, barrels, socks, crates, barrels, stacks, and so forth.
Wool socks. I need some of those.
I love socks.
Don't really see anything. Are you guys going to search around, or?
Is there doors out of here?
Why not?
Yes, there is a door out of here.
I let the useless folks search.
Oh.
He's gone full Stalinist. The useless eaters.
Start popping crates, see if there's anything useful in them.
Yeah, there's foodstuffs. It's like grain, hardtack. There's jerky, barrels marked fresh water. Just nothing of great value here. Some bolts of black dyed cloth are here. There's places where there may have been like shipment marks, but those have been thoroughly obliterated and removed from the crates. Like I said, nothing of great value seeming.
Well, since we don't have a wagon, doesn't seem to be worth much. Dig around in the grain, make sure there's nothing like buried in it, and move on.
Nope.
I'm grabbing hardtack and jerky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Treat
Good idea.
Rations.
basically, yeah, you will treat this as iron rations in terms of weight and so on, depending on how much you grab of the hardtack and jerky. So if we go to the player's handbook and look at iron rations, or actually, I think Is it in the Dungeon Master's Guide or in the Players? I don't remember.
All the encumbrances in the
I
dungeon.
think it's 75 a week.
It is.
Okay.
I'll refill mine then.
All
I'll
right.
take
so
some too, but I'm going to wait and see how long it takes tonsil to barf before I try mine.
I'm not gonna barf. This is my favorite food.
Is it any good though?
It's
It's been here a while.
just hardtack and jerky. It's unless they're spider eggs or something.
Remember, kids, we always choose the lesser of two weevils.
Ah,
I'm gonna. I'll the hardtack is where the
Only
risk
disappointed
is,
that I
right?
didn't think of it first.
I'll
Like,
bring
you know, I already
hardtack
used my
in
only
half.
cure light wounds.
The hardtack could be the hardtack could be a week old. The hardtack could be 127 years old. You don't know.
Okay, so MRE Steve, 1989. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Tins of
try
meat
it.
powder and hardtack. They could be from
He's a goner, boys.
Emerald Meadows, or they could be they could have been packed yesterday. You won't know.
Okay, well, I'm gonna eat some of it just to find out the hard way, and then I'll put the rest in my pack.
Bland and filling.
Okay, that's the way it tastes.
Yep.
Okay.
Good enough for me.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll take a couple days if I can.
Yep.
Alrighty. I mean, you can take a week's worth to carry a week's to refill your rations, but it's up to you guys. It's entirely up to you guys.
Yeah. May as
That's
well.
52 pounds, though.
52 pounds. Oh, okay.
75 coins.
75 coins, 7.5 pounds.
For
Anyway.
is that a week or a day?
it's a week. It's a week.
That's a
It's
week.
Okay.
That's a week.
All right. Well, then that's what I'll do. I'll take a week.
Yeah, I'm going to refill.
Ditto.
So this room is 40 by 40. You guys have come into a door in the eastern southernmost wall. You can see over the crates and everything to the north, there is an opening leading out of the room. It is on, like I said, it's on the northern wall, and it's a little further to the west than it is to the east. Call it about 10 feet over from the easternmost corner.
While everyone's grabbing their beef jerky, Grimsby will peek down that hall and
Okay.
see what's coming.
Alrighty, Grimsby, let's see. Do. Moving silently, as you have the ability to do. Mark, give me a saving throw. Give me a D20 save versus paralysis, please.
Fantastic.
Ooh, I was wondering if there was a centipede or some junk in one of these.
6.
Oh.
Okay, so Grimsby moves silently around the crates. You lean out into the hall, and your face collides with something cold and wet and slimy. And it just kind of starts to pull you in. You are paralyzed.
Oh.
The rest of you are still searching crates, yes?
Well, like I said, I typically let the
I was grabbing the rations.
useless
and then
people
done.
do that.
All right.
Yeah. We don't notice.
Grimsby was silent.
Yeah, Grimsby was silent, but that's entirely up to you guys.
Yep.
He
All right,
yelled
so-
for the goo.
Yeah. Gl- all right, Grimsby, you are being exfoliated.
That's nice. I won't have to shave.
Yeah. Just go find a yellow mold to moisturize with. Just roll your
Won't
face
have to
back and
shave
forth.
for like a month.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was a stun jelly.
So let's see.
So
That
start
is.
dissolving me from the top. I'll get shorter.
Started the boots.
All right, so Grimsby, takes 7 points of damage.
One left.
Seven
All right.
and paralysis.
Good thing I leveled up. HP.
Yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, you guys let's just go down the line. Grimsby, it hurts. You know.
And I'm paralyzed, so I'm just like,
Yep. What is Vrug doing?
What can I see from my vantage point? Like
You see Grimsby go over by the door and lean out, and then he just stops. He literally quits moving.
this is like a 5-foot door.
Yeah, it's that actually it's a fairly broad exit. It's stuff being brought in and out. It's probably 10 feet wide. But you kind of get. I don't. It's up to you how you feel about this. What is Tonstal doing, Kevin?
Well, I'm gonna finish eating.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, I'll walk
got
up
the
there.
wrong guy, pal. Tell
Yeah,
him I'm eating.
If I'm done eating and I'm not throwing up, I'll go see what the hell's going on.
Okay, Sir Standard, what are you doing?
If I'm not hearing any screaming or anything, then I have nothing to react to.
All right, looking through
I'll let you
crates.
guys
How about Duran?
Yeah, I'll just take a look around and see what's happening. And if I notice, I'll just call out to Grimsby and tell him not to go too far. Wait for a response.
Grimsby does not respond.
He immediately stops in his tracks.
I call out again, Grimsby.
Yeah, so Vrug looking over there, Grimsby is like Grimsby has like one hand on the door jamb and one hand out, and he's not moving at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move in and investigate whenever I can.
You also notice as you get closer, very near the floor, on the floor, there's a scattering of coins. Perhaps that's what's drawn his attention. However, as you get closer, you realize that there's like a shimmer in the air, like a moist kind of shimmering in the air, and you realize that Grimsby has probably been touched by a gelatinous cube.
I don't know what to do. Get over here.
Okay. So we're gonna go top of the round. We're gonna have to go initiative. So Vrug, you have moved over there. Gelatinous cube has Grimsby. Well, it's touched Grimsby, I should say. It hasn't completely engulfed him. It's touched Grimsby. You can kind of see little faint curls of crimson. It's eating him face first. As it is dissolving.
So engulfing doesn't even really matter. Right.
Yeah, it's just touching. So what does Vrug wish to do in the new round? You've called your friends, speak takes no time.
I don't know what to do. I guess I'll draw my hand axe and chop at some of the slime without getting into it, hopefully.
Sure, you can definitely attack it. Kevin, what is Tonstal doing? You hear this cry of surprise. What are you doing?
Okay. I'll run up there, grab his hand that's on the door jamb, and try to throw him back.
Okay. Sir Standard. What is Sir Standard doing, thing?
Now that I'm hearing something, or at least something to react to, I'll move in. I don't think it's going to help, but I'll start prepping oil.
Okay. And Mobius, how about Duran?
I'm going to yell out to my friends to hold on a second. I'm going to pull out the rope of climbing, send it snaking out to wrap around Grimsby's ankle, and start pulling.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Mark, roll initiative, and Buddy, roll well. Roll well.
Okay. No pressure. Oh.
A 2. Hey, I could still roll a 1. And it could still potentially miss. That's not going to happen. Okay. So it wants its meal. It senses you're near. However, it does not manage to glish around you enough to dissolve you more. Grimsby's just that lucky. Varuk, go ahead and make your attack on it.
All right, yeah, I'll swing this hand axe. I don't want anything to happen to my better weapons.
Okay. 5 is
It's gonna be a 7, AC 12.
Yeah, no, that's you're kind of a little reluctant to. Rope of climbing slithers across the room. Grimsby, you feel something cinch around your waist, and between Tonstal and the rope of climbing, you're pulled back. Now you're still paralyzed. All right, and in frightful pain. And you guys see, his skin has been blistered and blanched as the poor halfling is being pulled back. He's in really, really bad shape. It looks like he got French kissed by a box jellyfish. All right. So
kill it with fire.
Unfortunately, in just a few minutes, due to work considerations, Kevin is going to have to depart us. I'm just warning everyone in advance. So if you see him blip off, you don't have to ping me in chat or anything like that. I know it's not a technical issue. He will have to depart. So next round, the thing kind of wibbles and starts to goosh forward towards you, Vrug. You're yelling, kill it with fire. You've got a flask of oil ready, Sir Standard. So Mark Grimsby is still paralyzed. Vrug, you're right there at it. Kevin, you've helped pull Grimsby out of the way, or Tonstal's helped pull Grimsby out of the way, and you can now see this horrific thing. You see coins floating in it. What looks like a long white bone. Curiously, it's got something attached to one end of it. Looks like a little bit of crystal. So, are you going to attack it?
I have no idea what it's supposed to do, but yeah, I'll attack it, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, can I back off from this thing? I don't want this thing attacking me. So can I do that, assuming I win initiative?
If you win initiative, if moving out of a 10-foot range of it is what you want to do, you absolutely can. Sir Standard, you throwing oil this round?
Yep.
Alrighty, let's roll initiative, and it is over to Vrug. A 3.
Not the best, not the worst.
Exactly average. A 4.
Oh, come on! You took a +1 off my die, man.
I took a play. Hey, man, it's the dice. All right, it kind of wibbles some pseudopodia in your general direction, Vrug, but it doesn't make contact with you, and you're just running away from it, right?
Yeah, backing up. I mean, I'm not turning ass and or running.
Look at him run.
Okay,
backing up swiftly to maintain some distance.
Tonstal, then you may melee it.
Does the fire goes first, or I go first?
Yeah. Throw your fire.
Absolutely.
And it, by the way, that is a 9. This thing is armor class 8. So I actually have a special tool that I can use. We got our
Thaco?
No, I will shoot your porch light out in Minecraft. I swear.
So when do I get my next feat, anyways?
Oh, I like feet.
You're screwing with me, and it's going to catch up with you. Let me see. Hang on a second. Just a moment.
I will say that there's a 10 if it makes any difference, but I really don't think it will.
All right. just a moment. 4 feet to the right, this lands. It kind of smashes on the wall, breaks, burns, flows down. Does not make any contact with it. Kevin, make your attack.
All right. Get ready to retrieve me from the maw.
Mom! Ah!
I get a +1 on this, so it's a 16.
That will hit it. It is a large creature.
All right. +3. 14 points of damage.
14 points. Good Lord. Hang on a second. We got to see this. That was pretty momentous there. So this is room. Yeah, you just sink your sword in most of the way and pull it out, and there's protoplasm leaking all over the place, and it kind of slumps a little bit as it's trying to wibble out. Vrug, are you now? Vrug, did you move out like completely out of combat, or did you just move back 10 feet?
Well, I was hoping to make basically a fighting withdrawal to stay out of its range.
Okay, then, yeah, you've fighting withdrawn from it. Next round, I guess. Kevin, Ton's still going to keep attacking.
We gotta do something, I guess.
Sir Standard, what are you doing?
I will attempt to put arrows in it. I'm not entirely sure that will work, but I am going to do my best.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll initiative then. The men-at-arms are wrapping bandages around Grimsby's face.
We're at me, right?
Yes, we are. Oh, I'm sorry, Mobius. What is Duran doing?
I'm going to stay at range 2 and fire a sling bullet at it.
Okay.
And I didn't make a declaration.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Getting ahead of myself.
I should have. So Tonsil's up there fighting with it. I'm back a bit. I guess I'll just damn charge the thing.
Oh, charge with a capital C?
May as well.
All right, roll.
This guy die in this
roll your attack.
Bad move.
5, 6, 7 is not going to get it. So let's roll initiative then. I'm sorry. What did you roll, Sir Standard?
I rolled all of a 2.
All of a 2. Okay. Hey, I could roll a 1. I didn't.
Yes.
Wibble. It's not successful in trying to wibble you up. So go ahead and make your attack if you would there.
Well, you got the ranged guys first, right? Arrows.
Oh yeah. Missile fire can go first.
Arrow first.
That's going to miss.
This one's a no. I'll roll my second one later.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Nice.
Oh, that's a hit. Pop.
There we go.
Okay, that's 4 points of damage. Yeah, that hits something in there and it kind of, it's trying to maintain cubic form, but it's getting difficult for it. So take your next arrow shot there, Sir Standard.
Absolutely.
That will miss.
Oof.
All right.
Yeah.
And that will miss. That will miss. Okay. Next round, same as that one. You guys going to continue to missile and melee?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Missile being the miss is the
the miss, yeah. The emphasis on miss. All right.
We will miss this gelatinous cube when we're done.
Hey, come on! All you guys need is some pineapples, some maraschino cherries. You've got a delicious fruit dessert for the for the company holiday party. Let's roll initiative, and I think it is Mobius' turn. I got a 3.
Yes.
Party gets a 5. Missile fire, please.
All right. Here's hoping.
That's not going to hit.
Arrow 1. Arrow 2. 11 total for that one.
11 total. Let me double check because this thing has a crap armor class.
Yeah, it's AC 8. I don't know if that'll actually hit though.
AC 8.
Not without a fighter level.
Well, you said the cubes was AC 8.
Yeah, fighter would hit at 11.
Yeah. That connects.
Oh my god. Let me die of shock. Short bows only do D6 against large, right?
That's my understanding.
Okay, because I looked in the book and I was confused. I didn't see a large damage for them. So
6.
5 points.
So 5 points. That pops it. And it just kind of dissolves into lumps of leaking protoplasm. As I said, you can see the curious. Well, now that it's not distorted by the shapes, it's very clearly a wand of some kind. You don't know what. Lying in a puddle of goo, and there are also coins, many types of coins.
Okay, well, I'll snatch up that wand then.
All right. Thank you very much, Kevin, for gaming with us tonight, and you have a wonderful evening, sir.
Take it easy,
Buddy.
guys.
Thanks, Kev.
Thanks a lot.
I found it work.
All right. So you have some type of wand. You have coins. Let's talk about coins. Coin. You have, let's see. $7 copper. You have
And a kitty.
and a kitty. my co-producer is in the studio. 7 copper. 12 silver. 6 electrum.
Damn.
4 gold. Bless you.
Sorry.
Someone's allergic to gelatinous cube, and 4 platinum. So you have a not inconsiderable amount of coins you have gotten from this.
My pockets are laden. This is a good a trip, boys.
Yes.
Let's get out of here.
My co-producer is here, just on set in studio. All right, so must give co-producer some attention. I'm just glad this isn't the production designer of my Labrador, because 80
Everything would be over.
Yeah, 80-something pound Labrador hops in my lap, knocks the table over. The camera's just pointed at a useless angle. You guys hear me crying out in pain.
I had a Rottweiler that thought she was a lap dog.
Oh, dear.
They make the best lap dogs, though. They
We love our
really
fuzzies.
do.
This is RPG relevant. A friend of mine, he's no longer with us, unfortunately. We used to game in his den, and believe it or not, once upon a time, we used to get some pretty brisk Florida winter evenings. So we'd sit out in his den with a fireplace, and Major was his name. He was a Roddy, and they left the den door, sliding door out to the den, open about that much, so he could get in and out. And very frequently, he would walk up and stop with his hindquarters standing right in the open door, and then poot, and then leave. The burned dog poot smells thanks to the fireplace. It was lovely. Major knew what he was doing. Dog was all too intelligent. All right.
That's basically what Vroog does to everybody.
Yeah, it's essentially a canid version of Vroog. So you have a wand, you have some coins, you have a couple of badly injured henchmen and an extremely badly injured character. What are you guys going to do?
I'm not feeling too good, guys. Can we go back to the keep?
Is there anything else immediately presenting itself here?
No, the gelatinous cube did come down a hall, but you're not sure. You're not
basically popped once it was killed.
Yeah,
like we could walk through there now if we wanted to.
Yeah, it's just a wet mess.
Well, considering that neither secret door was ever found, we could always hide out in that hallway between the two.
We can do that, or but then we're going to leave our horses out exposed with 2 men-at-arms waiting for us.
They know how to start a fire.
I'm not worried about the men-at-arms. I'm worried about the horses.
Men-at-arms are $1 a week. Horses are like, what, 50 gold?
Yeah.
They better take good care of Cinnamon.
So, I do agree. I think we should head back to the safety of the keep, and we can make it here no problem next time. The main null threat has been eliminated.
All right, well, let's shut up these secret doors so that they don't find them.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, so you make your way back out of the knoll cave without any trouble. You don't encounter anything. And your men-at-arms are standing by the horses. They're, oh, goodness gracious, Master Grimsby. Oh my gosh, they're helping the wounded men-at-arms into the saddle. You guys are all pretty banged up, Even though he took a potion, Tonstal is injured. Vroog, did Vroog take any damage on here?
He had taken 7. He got healed for 5, so he's down 2. But bumps and bruises.
No, you guys are victorious, but you are savaged. You have your crock of coins, and you have your wand, and you may now return to the keep.
DM.
Yes.
If I pry those boots off Grimsby's feet when he can't fight back, has he worn them too long?
Let's see. Let me count this down here now.
I was thinking we were going to pull him out by the feet, and we are like, "Oh, look, these boots come right off."
Yep.
Along with the skin.
Let's see. No, it just got his face. It was so that's 1 round, 2 rounds to don the boots. That's another. Let me check the auspice of identify.
Because I think it goes by hours.
I think I had them on long enough to stink them up.
Hey, I'm just trying to get Grimsby the XP, man. I don't know how my character would understand the difference between identifying something, giving you XP versus not, but I do know enough that the character would recognize that, or at least my character would, being a magic user. Like, it's of more benefit to you to know exactly what they are. So,
wouldn't I get the XP for them, even if I didn't know what they were, but I was keeping them and using them?
No.
Yeah, when an identify spell is cast, one item touch may be and handled by the magic user in order that he or she may possibly find it out. So let's see.
Because I asked Bill that same question, I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. One hour per level of experience of the examiner after it has been discovered.
Okay,
now,
so
I have that modified so that the item can be taken if it's not used. The psychic impressions aren't blurred. Grimsby has put his feet on these
Yep.
Clock is ticking, and it's been about a half an hour. Tick tock.
Yep.
So take them off, and you can identify them. Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, you'll have to try it here. All right. So, what is your intelligence? Are you casting identify on the road, as it were?
Well, I have the pearl. I don't have the goldfish.
Oh. Well, if you guys go hell for leather back to the keep, you should be able to make it. You're on horseback.
So,
Yeah, mule.
no, we're not going to make it. Because I'd have to go buy the goldfish unless I'm going to like run in with a pair of boots going, give me goldfish!
All right. Okay, so you pry the boots off of Grimsby's feet, and there you are. Now, do I get my favorite impossible roll, and a huge ancient gold dragon lands and conversates with you guys? No, you make it back to the keep without any encounters.
I speak copper dragon.
Could have been. So yes, you make it back to the keep without any issues. You have the wand. You can attempt to identify if you'd like.
Yeah, I may as well.
All right. So you purchase your goldfish from the trader there, and swallow it. Your pearl is cast. Roll percentage dice, and let's see. And you've got.
I'm level 2, so this ain't gonna be good.
Fingers crossed.
Come on. No excuses.
All right, you've got one more.
Got one more attempt.
Yep.
That's good.
Nice.
That is good. You have a wand of fireballs with 6 to 10 charges on it.
Okay, so I don't know the number of charges.
Like I said, it's 6 to 10.
Interesting.
So congratulations, you have you found the BFG. Holy S asterisk asterisk asterisk.
You found the lead the way, because there's no way I'm standing in front of that with you behind me.
Now I can. Oh no, you're still in front of me.
And the close quarters of these caves are all
I'm
toast.
not disclosing to the party. You're assuming I'm telling the party what this is. I'm not. I'm not
well,
stupid.
I'm just playing around with you because I know you try to kill me.
Yeah, no. I'm not. Nobody will know what this is. It's just going to get tucked in against my chest and just silently left there. And anybody that asks, I will threaten them annoyingly with the wand of paralyzation.
Surely you can hide it better than up against your chest, right? I mean,
yes, you can.
I'm not going to boot it if that's what you're asking.
All right, so parties made it back to the keep. You've discovered a wand. You've discovered boots of unknown properties. You fought a gelatinous cube in a dungeon. Honestly, I would say, and I think the audience would agree, this adventuring group has put in the classic Dungeons and Dragons adventuring day. So having recovered it now. Interestingly, the Wand of Fireballs is not listed as a magic item in the Dungeon Master's Guide, so I will have to go to Unearthed Arcana or other sources to find out exactly what this is worth in terms of gold and experience. However, you do have the loot that you got from the Knolls in terms of coin, and now that you're back at the keep next week, I can inform you all of what your XP you got for the Knolls and the loot and so on and etc. will be. And with that said, I think we will go ahead and coast on into a landing, as we've just got 15 minutes left, unless there's something you players desperately would like to do before we rejoin next week, or any questions you may have.
I want to pour all that treasure out on the table and start counting.
Yeah, do we want to just split the coinage now?
Well, at least let's get the count of what's in the big metal
And get
pot.
Brug a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's already happened.
All right, so in the big metal pot, as requested, going up to, let's see, come on. All right, so what you have is 200 copper, 157 silver, 76 electrum, and 139 gold.
Not bad.
Now, looking at the pod, is it etched or engraved in any way, or is it just a big old porridge bowl?
No, it is an iron crock.
All right. Cool.
I'll update the treasure list I put on the Discord.
Alrighty. And I gave you guys the totals. You got 50 gold pieces each for the silver armbands.
There was 4 silver chains.
30 gold pieces each.
Okay.
And then you got all the coin from the females and the folks, and you got the coins from the males that you slew in the common chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And any of the copper will go to the men-at-arms, I presume.
What'd you say?
I said any of the copper will probably go to the men-at-arms, I presume.
Yeah, I mean, 50 copper a piece. That, like, they have bulging pouches and are
Count your pennies.
They are living it up. A copper, because if we go back and we look at, let's see, areas of the keep. If we go to the Travelers Inn, the Black Main, yeah, you know, they can get bread and pudding and all sorts of stuff. It won't go far, but they can eat very well. They greatly appreciate the boon. So their morale just ticks up that much more. You got them back alive, and they made some coin doing it. So they're quite pleased. They're quite pleased to have this extra stuff. And we're going to leave on a little bit of a cliffhanger. As you guys are there, Grimsby, you're slowly but surely, you know, your motion is coming back. You're no longer numbed. And then you wish you were, because your face, like, wait, guys, I can feel again. Oh, gods, I can feel again. You hear this booming, jolly, "Hello, my friends! I'm so glad to meet you." Standing next to your table is this portly, bushy, mustachioed, and bearded fellow wearing clerical robes, and he's got this kind of crushed beret type hat and one hand on a mace. Ha 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 ha! So I finally meet the adventurers. And we'll leave on that and pick up next week. So I'd like to thank all of my players for playing tonight. Big thanks to Doomsword, to Mark, to Thane, and to Mobius, and of course to Kevin, who had to dip out a little bit early. I'll be back tomorrow night, guys. We're gonna do a little, you know, I'm gonna see if I can get a PDF of this bad boy for us to do a little deep dive. I've been threatening you guys with a deep dive on this, and it's a lovely looking book. So we're going to dig into that Thursday. We're going to be doing some how to Dungeon Master First Edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. So bring your notes. Get ready to pause and rewind and re-listen and that sort of thing, if that's your thing, and bring your questions too. All right. So we'll talk about that. Friday night, little bit of preamble, and then right back to the Wastelands of Gamma World, which Vroog Doomsword is in, and Kevin is as well. But anyway, I'd like to thank everyone again for being here, my audience, my players. It was a stone groove to have you all here. And if you haven't already, folks, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you all tomorrow night. But in the interim, of course, I will have to caution you as you leave. Security has informed us that there's an owl bear in the parking lot. Peace.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.